Hey everybody, welcome to Building SouthLake. I'm SNipEz, or Minecraft Builder 92, as a lot of you guys may know me. So basically, before we actually start building anything, I want to go over a couple of new things that you can probably see right in front of you already. So we basically have some more buildings over here. So you are going to see a lot of buildings that have somewhat been erected, erection, that have come up. So like these two right here are brand new. I brought this one over from SouthLake. It is a condo, and I felt it would work perfectly on like right next to the river, like Riverside. So I put that one there because I figured that'd be a great location for it. So basically, just before we start building, I'm showing you like what I've done. I extended the roads out a little bit, and over here is like the main spots I've been working on. So like right here, you're gonna see two buildings here that aren't finished, and same with this one. Those two over there are finished, and same with this. So basically, the reason why I started building is to kind of save some time, and also you might not see the buildings be done just because what I want to do is start the buildings off camera and then finish them on camera, just so like I can get some ideas so it doesn't take as long. It's hard to explain like why I did it that way, but I figured that'd be the best. So basically, you're gonna see buildings like be erected, and then you're gonna see them getting finished in different videos. Maybe even several in each video, so like editing magic can work with some of that. So like over here we have a lot of these connected buildings, which I'm pretty happy with. I think they look pretty good. The hardest one to design was this one right here, because I wasn't sure if I liked it originally, but once it was done, I kind of got used to it and kind of started to like it. This one right here, the sandstone, you might have seen this one in build time. I basically just brought it over. At the time of this recording, I just got done uploading my first episode of Build Time, which if you don't know what that is, I suggest you go watch it. It's the first episode of it. It's basically a new series I've been starting up. So hopefully you guys will like it, and I think it will be a good way to interact with fans, and that's basically all I'll say there. What else is new before we start off? I mean, really that's just about it. This building here actually has a garage underneath it, so we can basically have another parking garage here. And I think the building I want to start working on and finishing might be this one here, just because this one is actually the first one I made over here, and I haven't finished it yet because I've been waiting for videos. And really I haven't been in a recording mood. I mean, sometimes I just like building off camera because it's a little bit easier. I don't have to worry about talking the entire time. Just because I do like to record, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it's just nice to relax, take it easy, and just build without any distractions and having to worry about not being boring for you guys. So that's the biggest thing. I don't want to be boring for you guys. So what do we need? We need pillar quartz. We need pillar quartz. We need regular quartz. Quartz stairs. And is that light blue color of wool? I believe it is. Let's see. Yep, it is light blue. I think that's just about it. That's all we need for this so far. So, start here and start going up. Yeah, so like I said, build time was just uploaded maybe last week. And so basically the premise of build time is I take one person from the audience, one fan, and I basically get to know them a little bit more. They get to know me. So basically any questions they've ever had for me, they can answer, or I can answer them when they ask them to me. And it's basically just trying to get a way to know my fans one-on-one experience, because a lot of times my party is left on open. Only problem with that is some people, I understand it, they're so excited to talk to me, and that's great. I'm perfectly fine with that. The only problem is that people get so excited that they all talk at the exact same time, because they all want to get their 2 cents in. So it's basically just like, I like interacting and talking with my fans, but sometimes it can give you a headache. I mean, not trying to put that into a mean way, but when there's 8 people in a party all talking at the exact same time, trying to ask you questions, it can get overwhelming, and it's just kind of hard to kind of talk to every single person. So I can't even imagine how bad it is for like those really huge YouTubers like Rooster Teeth. Oh, come on. Just like other big YouTubers like that. I mean, that has to be really difficult because I know, like, dang it, I know Achievement Hunter, they don't really play with the fans too much. It's more just because they're a business, they upload their own stuff. That's why they have their own group. So they really don't play with their audience too much besides on game time, which not even sure what happened to that. Okay, what's next? I need to figure out. So we have that. It'd be one block back, it looks like. So what, here? And go up. Yeah, this building here, I know I said the one back to my left was the hardest one to design. I would actually probably be lying if I said that, because this one, again, it has a unique design to it. And the hardest part about building skyscrapers is, a lot of people ask me this, the hardest part is like trying to not use the same designs over and over again, which is hard because it's Minecraft. You're gonna use designs over and over again to some extent, but the goal is to try not to use it too much. So I think that's probably the hardest part about building skyscrapers, just because you don't want to, like, what's a good word to use? I don't want to make an exact building like this again, because it would be really, it's like, wait, wasn't I already here kind of feeling. Like, it's that deja vu kind of thing. And I don't really want that. I mean, I want it to be, each part of the city you go to, it's a little bit different. Alright, we need to take some night vision so you guys can see. Voila. Yeah, I mean, so trying to use same designs is a really hard thing in a city. And speaking of cities, a lot of people have been asking me this. So first off, I'm going to repeat this. A lot of people have been asking, even though I've been saying it in like the past 7 parts. People keep asking me, what did I do to get the map to where I can build this deep? What I did was I took a map from the PC. I actually didn't take the map, I just generated a map, because on PC you can actually get your own generated maps. And what that means is really simple. It's just an easier way to, hold on, we need to count how far back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should be to there, and it should be to there. Okay, perfect. And so people always ask me if I can remember what I was talking about. Dang it, I forgot what I was talking about. Shimmery timbers. I forgot what I was talking about. Here we go. So I guess I'll start a new conversation because I forgot what I was talking about. Sorry guys, I just completely forgot. I know people have those moments. I guarantee you've had that moment before too. That you just completely forget at the moment what you're talking about. I mean, building cities, it's not an easy... Oh yeah, I think we're talking about using same designs. So if you look at the buildings over here real quick, you're going to see somewhat of the same design in them. For example, the 2x3 windows and all that, but they all kind of have, they have the same design aspect, but they're incorporated in different ways. And that's probably the main thing you have to keep in mind when building a city, or any building for that matter, is like, look at this one right here, and this one. If you kind of take a step back, they kind of have the same window design, but different textures and somewhat different designs. I mean, this one, it's a little bit more of a office building, and also the stone really makes this building look a lot better. And this one's more of like another office building, but a little bit taller. So it's basically like trying to incorporate those different designs into new ways. I mean, the windows, you're going to use the same windows over and over again. That's just, it's like that Tim McGraw song, over and over again. Over and over again. And you guys probably don't want me singing, because my singing's pretty bad, not going to lie to you guys. And I don't really have to lie to you guys, because you guys just witnessed it. I mean, singing, not my strong point by far. I'm a crappy singer. Jax, can you please be quiet? It's like 11, what time is it? It is basically 12 o'clock. It's just past 12 o'clock. And he's still running around meowing. He's been like, I swear, he tries to get into the videos. Like, every single time, he just has to run around and try to get himself into the video. He's an attention whore. Pardon the language, but he is. Oh, this building's coming together. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely gonna see like the same windows. For example, 2x3, 2x3. but this one has more, this one's more of like a flat plane. It's consistent going all the way through the building, to where this one, it has a lot more turns to it and stuff like that to kind of give you that different illusion to it. Oh man, this building is kind of a pain in the butt to make, if I'm being honest right now. How come this one, yeah, this one goes all the way up. And another problem about this building was trying to decide, I like the buildings that have like those barriers in between that kind of separate different floors. And that's what I kind of wanted to incorporate, and that's what this is for right here. Problem was, I wasn't sure if that would be a good addition, but once the building was actually done, because actually what I did for that is I built the entire building going up, just like all consistent, and then what I did, I saved it, and then, Jax, please be quiet, I'm trying to talk, that's being rude. I saved it and then made this to see if I would like it, and I did, so I kept it, and that's not right. I need to put an anvil here. Good thing I came to look at that. Anything else wrong over here? Yep. That one's wrong. Okay. Back to what we were doing. All the way over here. Boop, boop, boop. I mean, I know some people will probably be mad that I'm kind of doing a lot of stuff off camera and like off recording. But it is just so much easier just because I get the designs already built and then I'm still building them for you guys. So they're kind of like tutorials. But at the same time, I like to build by myself without recording sometimes as well, like I said earlier. So I think this is a good way to kind of like find that happy medium with people. Is I still build for online and all that. How come this doesn't seem right? Nope, go through. Oh, I guess it is. Okay, we're good. So what, this goes here. And then, okay. Well, we're probably 25% done with this building. So not even close, in all honesty. I don't know why I made this building so tall. I think for me, like, when I make a building like this, I try my best to make sure it looks, like, especially next to the river, I want the riverside view to be the best view possible. So trying to find building, for example, the condo in front of us, I felt like that building would look good for the riverside. And just because the riverside to me is the most important view, because just in real life, people and architects, they try to make the designs look realistic and as beautiful as they can. And what better way to do that than making the riverside houses and buildings look a little bit better? So you actually want to go down to the river and do all that, walk around, because you have that beautiful scenery. And I guess that's kind of like what I'm going for here. It's just to make things a little bit easier on me. And actually, I won't even say it makes it easier. It actually makes my life harder. But that's just me. I never make my life easy. Oh, I got to sneeze. I feel a sneeze coming on. Wait, something doesn't seem right. So this comes up to here. Okay. Well, because these have to come all the way up. Okay. So basically, I'll just stack this up and then cut it out like I did earlier when I first made this. Jax. How is he so hyper at 12 o'clock at night? I don't understand. Actually, 12 o'clock in the morning. So, correction made. Yeah, so I've been reading the comments. SouthLake, I mean, obviously, I'm recording ahead of time. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes. Like, they join in, it's like, whoa, you done a lot of stuff off camera. Just because I like to record ahead of schedule, which is sometimes good, sometimes bad. But I like recording ahead of schedule because then it gives me more chances to do more stuff. For example, if I made this into a weekly series like it is now, it's basically turning into that. Because at the time of this recording, this is episode 9, and I've already uploaded, I think episode 4 was the one I just uploaded. Actually, episode 5 was the one I just uploaded, I believe. And so it gives me more time to do more stuff if I make stuff into like a daily, or not daily, but a weekly series. It gives me more things to do and come up with more ideas for the videos. So it's kind of like one of those situations to where it can be a bad thing, and the reason for that, like what I mean by that is, when you record ahead of schedule, you basically don't go through and just edit the videos right away. You edit them after you get like all your recording done. The problem with that is if one messes up, then you lose that video, kind of like what happened to the original episode 3. I lost that audio, and I didn't realize it until I started editing episode 3. And I was like, oh, I don't have this. So episode 4 became episode 3, and it was like just one of those pain in the butt things. So it's like a win-loss situation kind of thing. Love and hate. Because I like recording ahead of schedule, because it can give me more opportunities to make houses, which I'll probably be making a house sometime soon. Maybe by the time it's recording, I will already, like by the time this comes out, maybe I'll have one made. But who knows? I have a lot of things to do beforehand. Let's finish up the side here. So what? This comes one back now. So, and let's go up with this. Yeah, I mean, I hope this skyscraper will look good, just because it towers over the buildings in front of it. So you get that from the river view, you get that look of the taller buildings. So that's why you are going to see like some of these taller and nicer buildings around the river area, like I said earlier. It's because I'm trying to make it pretty. So if it's pretty, more people will like it, and it's also more realistic. Dell backup and recovery. I don't want to do that right now. Stupid computer. And we're still recording. That's good news. Let's see. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised by how many people are liking this series. I mean, it kind of caught me off guard. I just started it, and I think the first episode already has, I think, like 15,000 views at the time of the recording. It's like, wow, people are liking it. So I'm happy to make it for you guys. It's fun for me because I like building big projects. It's more fun and gives me something to do. And it's also just more, like, what's the best word to use for it? It's entertaining for me. I mean, people always ask me, why do you build cities? Why do you do this? Can you show us how to build a city? And I'm pretty sure I've said this in some of the earlier videos. But again, people always ask me, how do you make a city? I mean, some people, they don't know where to start. And that is one of the hardest things, I'll be honest. And basically, the way you have to make a city, if you want it to be good, is people think you have to make all the roads, or you have to make the buildings first. And that's actually completely wrong. What I do, personally, if you want to use my way of building, I build one building at a time. So I make the first road. I figure out where I want my first road to be, and then I make the building. And then I make, after that building's done, I make the next road going around it. So it's basically, you're kind of like switching between the two, because you don't want to build too many roads, and then you're not going to have enough room for buildings. You want to build the buildings in between some of the roads and stuff. And you have to keep an eye on your surroundings. I mean, the surroundings are very important as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into making a city, don't get me wrong. And believe me, I've had a lot of, it goes out too. I've had a lot of experience making cities. I mean, my first city was actually before creative. I think I showed that world once a long time ago, like my 20,000 subscriber video, something like that. And oh man, I'm trying to think of my next city after that. Was called Rack City. I know, a stupid name, but I think the reason I named it that was I was making fun of that song. Yeah, Rack City. Like, he's like, Rex. No, my goodness, sorry guys. He's like, Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Pardon the language, but that's just how the song goes. And so I was like, kind of like making fun of that song. That's why I named it that. And the city, it was, okay, here's another thing. People think it's always great to have a full map. But the thing is, yes, it is great to have a full map, but it depends on how cramped everything is. I mean, the map was entirely filled up in Rack City, because I worked on it for so long. But everything was so spread out. Like, I guarantee in Newfield, just like a half of the map had more buildings in it than the entire map did in Rack City. Just because things were more organized, they were more compact, which is something you want. I mean, you don't want one building being so far out from the other because it's not realistic for one. Because in a city, obviously, things are a lot more compact. It's more meant for walking. Things are a lot closer to you. For example, these buildings right here. A lot of cities have these buildings that connect with each other because it saves room, and they also look pretty good at the same time as well. And it's mainly just about saving room. And Rack City, like I said, I was happy with it at the time, but once I got done with it, I was just like, wait, what? This isn't organized at all. And knowing me, if you guys watch my videos a lot, I'm very picky about where things go. And so I was like, okay, I'm making a new city. And that's when I made Newfield. I started making Newfield, and Newfield was so much more organized to where I think I said this in a couple parts, and I already know I have. Newfield City has over 100 buildings, like skyscrapers, in it. And that's just because things are more organized, they're more compact, that I was able to fit those extra skyscrapers in there. And I will admit, towards the end of Newfield, on the 360, I was kind of rushing things a little bit. I mean, that was a bad mistake I made, but I was just like in that stage to where I wanted to get it done because I've been working on it for basically a year now, and so I wanted to kind of finish it up. And so I kind of rushed things out in the residential area, and I probably shouldn't have, but I did. So it's basically just like, if you want something to look nice, you can't rush anything. So if you look at the residential area in Newfield, it's not going to look as good as the city area, because the city area has a lot more thought put into it. Let's see. Let's finish this up real quick, and then we'll probably stop the video. I mean, so this city is, I'm trying to make this even better than Newfield. I mean, I think it will be in the long run because I can do more stuff underground. And one thing I might do is, I know how I told you guys I want to go on PC every now and then to make things go a little bit faster. I'm in love with the subway station down here, that I might go onto the computer once we get everything laid out. And then I might, let's like use World Edit to basically just move this underground somewhere else, so all the stations look the same and everything. And that's just because I like the design of it so much that if I tried to remake it, I feel like I'd mess something up. So you might call me lazy or whatnot, but it's just gonna save a lot of time in the long run. And if you guys actually want to see videos on PC, like of me working on the city, I probably will. If you guys want it, that's because it will make things a little bit better looking because of the texture packs and everything, like Flows HD, Pamplemousse, High Ross Ferry City texture pack. There's so many more texture packs that we can use, obviously, on the computer. So, if you guys want to see a computer version of this, like to where I transfer it over, just let me know in the comments, and we can probably do something like that if enough people want it. So, that's probably it for this part. We got basically this entire building done. So, pretty close. I'll just finish up my next part. So, thank you for watching, guys. Please rate and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. And bye-bye. Thank you.